What's up, everybody? Tom Pelissero here with Phil Mackey at Hammond Stadium, Twins spring training in Fort Myers, Florida. Phil, people keep trickling in. We saw Jim Thome getting in today, and I thought that the scene of the day was Jim Thome walking past a large group of reporters who didn't even acknowledge his presence because Nishioka was taking batting practice nearby. It's a funny little subplot, but really in a relatively non-noteworthy sort of a spring training so far, Nishioka has been the spectacle.
Yeah, actually, Twins hitting coach Joe Vavra walked over and invited Nishioka to take batting practice with Jason Kubel, Michael Kadire, and Jim Thome today. And Thome jokingly said this is the most reporters he's seen for his first day of spring training in his 22-year career. But it's interesting, there's really only a handful of local media members here. You've got KARE 11, I think WCCO came rolling in today for the first time. Handful of writers, but then it's 12 to 15 Japanese photographers, writers, and different media members.
The guy is here just to hold the boom mic.
Right. It's a lot different than anything anyone's ever seen here at Twins spring training.
I thought the most entertaining scene today too was Jim Thome and Michael Kadire attempting to speak English to Nishioka. Like they were just going back and forth and saying things, and he's just kind of nodding. He doesn't actually know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But then they started pantomiming things, and it's interesting.
And actually, Nishioka, he turned on a couple at the end and hit a couple home runs, he switch hit, so he's hitting left-handed. I'm trying to think here. Left-handed and hit 2 home runs just down the foul pole toward right field. So a little bit of pop we saw today from him.
And Francisco Liriano being cleared, I know the shoulder was a concern, and it has to be. We had Rob Anthony on Sunday Morning Sports Talk, and I know Gardner must have said too that at this point it looks like he's been cleared at least to play catch.
Yeah, he was re-examined by doctors today, played catch from 120 feet, reported no problem, so he expects to throw a bullpen sometime in the next couple days. Scott Baker, sounds like he's checked out okay at this point. Joe Nathan is cleared to do everything, so it's not uncommon.
No news is good news at this point.
Right, but it's not uncommon for guys, Baker and Liriano as an example, to come in and experience some soreness either after you had surgery, in Baker's case, or if you're Liriano and maybe you didn't go through the workouts that you were going through during the season with your trainers while you're on your own during the offseason. It's not that uncommon to have some soreness early on.
Big few days coming up just with the full squad reporting, even though a lot of guys are already here. Justin Morneau, I've heard, is going to be rolling in tomorrow. Probably won't actually join the team out in Fort Myers until Tuesday. We probably won't see him till then. Who knows when he'll talk, but I would think going into this week, that's probably going to be the one thing that people are going to be focusing on is what is Justin Morneau doing, what is his every move, that, and whether Nishioka wears Twins equipment.
Exactly. With Morneau, a lot of people keep asking what's his status, is he going to be able to go, and we just don't know. And the manager, Ron Gardenhire, and even the guys in the front office, they're not coming out, they're not being forthcoming in any predictions because they just don't really know either. We have to see how he responds to facing live pitching, to going through all the workouts here in the heat, 80 degrees outside. You're running around for 2 or 3 hours. How do you react the next day after your workout? And there's really no telling what the answers are until he actually gets out here and does the work.
I am supposed to be heading home where I hear that there's 15 inches of snow falling tonight on a flight. I don't know whether or not I'm going to attempt to make that. My only concern is attempting then to get on my flight to Indianapolis on Wednesday for the NFL Scouting Combine, and then I'll be rejoining you down here on March 5th.
It would be a shame if you had to spend one extra day or night.
Well, that's the thing. Would I rather spend an extra day here, or would I rather the plane get rerouted to Milwaukee and have a night in lovely Milwaukee?
That'd be awful.
Yeah.
There are some nice bars in Milwaukee, but not quite as nice as the...
Not exactly what I would like and prefer to be doing.
Right.
He's Phil. I'm Tom. We'll see you.